One more era we will see, that is the Kentian era. Now, the Kentian era time period is controversial. It is 1897 to 1924 because Kent has expired, or the death of Kent has occurred in this year 1924. But even some author consider it up to 1857 because which is the last edition, sixth edition of Kent Repertory. Now, irrespective of this controversy of Kentian era time period, we'll see that in the Kentian era, mainly two persons were very much industrious, out of which one was James Tyler Kent, and another was his wife Clara Louise Kent. And these two persons have done a lot of hard work in publishing all the Kent's repertory and his various editions. Now we'll see this what is the historical scenario of this Kentian era. Now up to the year of 1897, we have already seen that in the Bonning-Hussein's era there was various thought processes, various criticisms against the Bonning-Hussein, which has resulted into the downfall of Bonning-Hussein. And because of that, there was a lot of confusing situation in the beginning of Kentian era, and there was a great state of chaos, and there was various differences of opinion, which repertory is better, whether the pure repertories are better or repertories, logical utilitarian repertories are better. All this has started day by day increasing, and that has resulted into two schools of philosophy in the field of repertory. One is laid down by Bonning-Hussein and another laid down by Puritan group of repertories like Gentry and Neale. And there was also some regional and clinical repertories, few alphabetical repertories. So all this has landed up, created a state of chaos, and in between there are different thought processes like giving importance to mental symptom, giving importance to nosology. All those has created a great state of chaos, and there was a need of some more better repertories, and that need was identified by Kent, and he has worked upon to solve this state of chaos, and he has come out with few more repertories by his own during his lifetime. And in the Kentian era, during lifetime of James Tyler Kent, he has done a lot of industrious work. His work was well accepted and very much popular. And after Bonning-Hussein, the Kent has also enjoyed the undisputed dominance over a period of few more decades. And among this Kentian era, the first edition of Kent's repertory was published in the year 1897. Second edition was published in between 1900 to 1910. The exact year nobody knows. And the third edition of Kent repertory, which is historically important because this repertory was published in the year 1916 during lifetime of Kent repertory, but it was published in 1924 after the death of Kent repertory. Some consider this is the end of Kentian era, but some consider this is not the end of Kentian era after his death. That even after the death of Kent, few more repertories were published by Clara Louise Kent on the basis of this third edition, and this third edition has become an important landmark in the Kentian era because that was the last edition of Kent repertory published by Kent or prepared by Kent and later on published. So the remaining fourth, fifth, and sixth edition, they are mainly the corrections in the printed version of third edition. Among that, mainly in the year 1935, fourth edition of Kent repertory, in 1945, fifth edition of Kent repertory, and in 1957, the sixth edition of Kent repertory. And the major contribution in these three editions, which was published after the death of Dr. James Tyler Kent, was mainly his wife Clara Louise Kent. And in all these six repertories, the six editions of Kent repertory has published a lot of popularity among the homeopathic physician, and this repertories has even today they are being studied Even today they are being followed even after more than 60 or 70 years, which indicates that these repertories are very popular and well accepted. So this is in short about the Kentian era.